Peace family, what good? It's your man Ocean the Ghost. We back at it. Freedom fight continues. I very much appreciate you for being here. Could have been anywhere in the YouTube universe, but you right here with me, and like I said, I appreciate that. Now with that being said, I got a article I'm gonna read about a study that's been conducted. And it says white supremacist groups are thriving on Facebook despite extremist ban. And I'm gonna get straight into it. But remember, like, subscribe, share my videos. They help me, get out to the people. And also, I've been doing some work on the Anchor app, the Anchor podcast, the Ocean the Ghost. It ain't Ocean the Ghost tell the truth. It's Ocean the Ghost yell the truth. So if you are frequent on the Anchor app, definitely look me up on there. I go into a little bit more of a deliberate spiel on there. Like, I'm just gonna read this right here, but I'm gonna go into a more detailed breakdown of it on the Anchor app. But I'm gonna get into this article. It says, with many Americans vulnerable to fascist ideologies during the pandemic, the study warns Facebook could be fertile ground for recruitment. Says a new study reported that white supremacist groups are thriving on Facebook despite repeated assurances from the company that it doesn't allow extremists on the platform. Yeah, because I know plenty of my people who, just make a common post pointing out some white supremacist ass shit, and they get banned for 30 days, all different kind of shit off Facebook. So anyway, the watchdog group Tech Transparency Project released a study Thursday that found more than 100 white supremacist groups had a presence on Facebook. Project researchers identified 221 white supremacist groups using information collected by Southern Poverty Law Center and the Anti-Defamation League, two of America's most prominent anti-hate organizations, and searched for those groups on Facebook. About 50% of the groups were present on the platform, the study said. So out of 221, at least, here we go, it got the number, 113 of them. Of the 113 supremacist groups, white supremacist groups, the project found on Facebook, 36% had pages or groups created by active users. The remaining 64% had a page auto-generated by Facebook itself. And you trying to tell me that Zuckerberg and all these people who, these big powerful people, you trying to tell me that white supremacy ain't infiltrated all throughout that shit when they just sit up and told you right here in the study that 36% of the pages, no, not even 36, 64% of the pages were auto-generated by Facebook itself. So, that's vital information right there. With millions of people now quarantining at home and vulnerable to ideologies that seek to exploit people's fears and resentments about COVID-19, Facebook's failure to remove the white supremacist groups could give these organizations fertile ground to attract new followers, TTP study said. And let's see, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit right here. Let's see, can we blow that up a little bit? This is a snapshot of one of the groups. It says, the title of this group is Fight White Genocide. And it says it's just a screenshot of a Facebook page from the study by the Tech Transparency Project. So, you could do your own research on it. You might want to create you a fake page and join Fight White Genocide so you can see how the enemy think and how the enemy operate up close and personal. That's some shit that they do. I guarantee you, if you a strong black talking motherfuckers out of your friend list, some of them motherfuckers is white people disguised as black people just to, see what the going on is around, what the thinking is around, you know what I mean, Black America. You can guarantee that they got fake pages up just for that. So, you know, it might not be a bad thing to join some of them groups just to see how they operate and how they actually really think about us, and what they feel like, what's sociable to them right now. If you see some of the shit that's sociable to them, some of the racist ass rhetoric and the racist ass memes, then when you hear Joe Biden say some dumb shit, you ain't black or whatever the fuck he say, you won't be taken back. You won't be surprised, because you can understand for yourself that it's a critical amount of these motherfuckers who operate from that standpoint, that they can dictate to you what's good for you and what's right for you and what's wrong for you, and dictate how you supposed to act in certain situations. Okay, it won't even be no surprise to you, because I just ate some chicken, Jack. Real nigga shit. But yeah, I'm gonna get they say the study comes after years of rising nationalism in the US and heightened scrutiny over social media companies' role in providing online spaces for hate groups to spread their propaganda, to organize, and to recruit. We know that shit photograph. There was a Facebook event page after all for the deadly 2017 white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, and a white supremacist gunman live streamed on Facebook as he massacred 51 people at two New Zealand mosques early last year. The company later said it had removed 1.5 million videos of the mass shooting. Advertisement. Facebook has since taken more aggressive stance in banning white supremacist activity, but has been criticized for what extremism researchers describe as a whack-a-mole approach to hate on the platform. The company often take down content only after inquiries from journalists. After the Huffington Post emailed a Facebook spokesperson about TTP's report this week, project researchers noticed the company had removed pages for 55 white supremacist groups identified in this report. So it's just like the government, you know, it's like the R. Kelly shit, right? Y'all motherfuckers knew all them years that R. Kelly did all that shit or whatever the fuck. But you wait till after they come out with a documentary saying that, oh, this what he did, now everybody know, and now everybody talking about it, then you go arrest him. That's the same shit. Nah, motherfucker. If you know that it's a hate group and you supposed to be, you know what I mean, banning extremism on your platform, then it should not have to be after a motherfucker complain about the hate group. If you doing your due diligence and truly screening all of your users so that they be, you know what I mean, within the guidelines, so that they operating within the guidelines of your platform, then most of these hate groups, these extreme white supremacist groups, they should be taken down within the first week or two of they presence on your shit. Just long enough, give you long enough time to vet them. But we know that ain't what you here for. You're not here to take down white supremacists. So this is just, you know, shit that you doing in response to people calling out white supremacy on your platform. Said we are making progress keeping this activity off our platform, and we are reviewing content in this report. A Facebook spokesperson said in a statement to the Huffington Post, adding that the company has banned over 250 white supremacist organizations and removed 4.7 million pieces of content tied to the organized hate globally in the first quarter of 2020, over 96% of which we found before someone reported it. I don't believe that. Facebook has a team of 350 people working to develop and enforce its dangerous individual and organizations policy, under which hate and terror groups are banned, the spokesperson added. Let's see, there might be another screenshot. Let's see who this is. I can't hardly see that shit. Maybe you can. But it's just showing you, it's documented that it's plenty. A screenshot by the Tech Transparency Project shows how Facebook auto-generates pages for white supremacist groups. So this is a auto-generated white supremacist group right here that Facebook, personally got their own little personal touch on it. I wish I could see the name of it so we could just infiltrate this one too. I don't even see the name of this page right here, Jack. But anyway, it don't matter. Of the 113 white supremacist organizations that the project found on Facebook, 64% of the pages had been created by Facebook itself. Such such auto-generated pages occur when an individual user lists a job in his or her profile that doesn't have a corresponding business page. If one or more users listed as a universal Aryan Brotherhood movement as an employer, Facebook creates a page for the neo-Nazi group. Well, that ain't very investigative by Facebook. That they just, they two people listed it. Let's make a page for it. That sounds like some dumb shit to me. And advertisement and auto-generated pages do not have administrators who can use the pages to communicate with followers, Facebook spokesperson said. An anonymous whistleblower filed a complaint with Securities and Exchange Commission about Facebook auto-generating pages for hate and terror groups. Sometimes such pages earn thousands of likes, offering hate groups a ready-made recruiting pool. Yeah, that sounds about right. The whistleblower argued. More than 250 people liked the auto-generated page for the Council on Conservative Citizens, whose white supremacist propaganda inspired Dylann Roof to massacre 9 parishioners at a Charleston, South Carolina church in 2015. So, that's something I didn't even know. It's conservative citizens whose white supremacist propaganda is inspired Dylann Roof. So that's another one that you might want to check out. Conservative citizens. Get your good, get your good fake picture up there or whatever, and just infiltrate them motherfuckers and, try to understand the language that they speaking in, and let's just see. The page, which included a link to the group's website, appeared to have been removed by Facebook on Friday. So they motherfuckers inspired Dylann Roof in 2015 and they just removed it Friday. So come on, man. Who you fooling at this point? Facebook also appeared Friday to have removed the auto-generated pages for the white nationalist website VDare and the violent neo-Nazi group Northwest Front, both of which were mentioned in TTP's report. And a user-created page for neo-Nazi group Aryan Nations, which had been active for just over 10 years, was also removed on Friday. So these motherfuckers ain't had a chance to put plenty of hate into the world. Uncensored. Just moving around however the fuck they wanted to move around on Facebook. And now since attention is being called to this shit, they just now, taking all this shit down. Still, many white supremacist organizations identified in the TTP report remain on Facebook. One user created page for Arctos Media, the fastest European publishing house with close ties to Americans. White supremacist Richard Spencer is still active. More than 42,000 people have liked the page. So that's another one. Arctos Media. They still up and going strong. A page for the hate group Fight White Genocide, which has more than 1,000 likes, is still active. A trio of years old pages or groups called Right Wing Death Squad are also still online. Facebook has an extensive process, including the consultations with academics and various organizations for developing criteria to determine which groups are considered hate groups, the company's spokesperson told the Huffington Post. but the company does not follow any one organization's list of the hate groups, and so may not have always agree with the hate group identifications made by Southern Poverty Law Center and the Anti-Defamation League, or TTP, the spokesperson added. So they saying that even though you might see them as a hate group, we might not see them motherfuckers in no hate group, even though they on here spewing hatred. I wish I could blow that shit up, bro. I can't though. I tried. That's just another one though. Defend American Freedom. That's look like the name of this one. Defend American Freedom. So just know that there's a bunch of these motherfuckers out there. TTP reports raises an alarm about the function of so-called related pages on Facebook, which said it can push users into a white supremacist echo chamber. TTP's investigation found that among the 113 hate groups that had a Facebook presence, 77 of them had pages that displayed related pages, often pointing people to other extremist or right-wing content, the report said. In some cases, the related pages directed users to additional SPLC or ADL designated hate groups. The user created Facebook page for American Freedom, for example, included a link to a page for the book White Identity, Racial Consciousness in the 21st Century by Jared Taylor, another prominent U.S.-based white supremacist. Facebook searches for white supremacist group. So 6% redirects to life after hate. Okay. In 2019, Facebook announced that it would redirect users who search white supremacist terms to a page for a group that works to rehabilitate extremists. Search for terms associated with white supremacy would surface a link to Life After Hate's group, Life After Hate's page, where people can find support in the form of education, interventions, academic research, and outreach, the company said at the time. But TTP's study found that Life After Hate link only surfaced 6% of the 221 searches for the white supremacist group. So now that pie chart makes sense. So because only 6% of the searches is sending you to Life After Hate, and the rest of it is sending you to bullshit. One factor may be that not all of the hate groups listed by SPLC and ADL make their ideologies obvious in their names, the TTP report conceded. A reference to how fascist groups sometimes use coded language to hide their true motives. Well, you know that's what they do. They speaking with dog whistles and coded language, so that they know if you hear a certain word or a certain phrase, then you know who we talking about, and you know what type of action got to be taken. That's why it saddens me so much when my people can't even be on code about nothing. We divided about everything, and it's sad because white people know how to jump on code. Even the ones that you don't think gonna jump on code, when certain shit happen, they gonna jump on code, bro. That's just the real. But the project said its researchers were rarely redirected to life after death, even when searching obvious white supremacist terms. Of 25 groups with Ku Klux Klan in their official name, only one triggered the link to anti-hate resources, the report found. So okay, we made it to the end of the article, so I'm glad about that. But that little pie chart right there, they're supposed to be redirecting people when they searching those hate groups to after hate group. It's not doing what it's supposed to. Facebook just, and I'm a user of Facebook. I got a lot of Facebook friends, and we, communicate. It's a good place to communicate with people and get certain messages out there. But we know any platform that they own is, the basis of it is white supremacy. That's something that you learn when you paying close attention to the black media. That was one of the lessons that the black media is teaching you, that Facebook, YouTube, all of this shit, all of these platforms that we don't own, that they can, you know what I'm saying, snatch us down off anytime they want to. These are controlled by white supremacy and by fear tactics. So the media is just a propaganda tool of white supremacy. So, you know, Facebook is the same thing at that. And it's really no surprise that it was just an interesting article that I wanted to get into with you guys. Now, like I said, I'm basically gonna leave that right here, but I'm gonna go into a deeper spiel about it on my podcast that I'm getting ready to do in a little bit on the Anchor app. So, uh, yeah, what I do is I leave a link. I leave a link to that. I leave a link to my Anchor app in the description of this video, so that way, you know, if you when you start to get familiar with Anchor, then you can look me up on Anchor too. So anyway, it's your man's Ocean the Ghost. I'm always gonna tell the truth. There was a decent article. I didn't disagree with it. Too many points that it tried to make. So I felt like it was, you know, it was loaded full of truth. So it wasn't that much dissecting for me to do. But as far as me going in on Facebook, now I do that on Anchor. Anyway, it's your boy, man. I appreciate you for being here, especially if you made it this far. It definitely love and respect. Come back again. We'll do this shit again. I'm out.